Is it possible? This is going to seem like I'm piling on. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this up with Rod Baxley from the Fayetteville Observer because we have a lot of basketball to talk about. And since Duke doesn't start till 2:50 today, I might talk to Rod about all of these things for the next 2 hours and 40 minutes. I kid, Rod. I kid because I have commercials to take. But
gotta pay the bills.
Or whatever it is we do. But let me just should Clemson and Louisville should they have been in the field?
Yes, I think they deserve to be in the field, Adam.
Right. So
but as they said in The Wire, deserve got nothing to do with it.
Right. Exactly. All right. So wouldn't we agree that? And I don't actually. I'll get back to this little line I was going to go through at the end. Let's start with the news of the day. Cooper Flagg yesterday said he could have played at the ACC tournament. Really? I saw that ankle. Like, really? Yeah. He could have played? He practiced all week. Give me as much of an update as you can on Flagg and what he may have looked like during practice, the open practice yesterday and all that.
Yeah, he had both of his legs yesterday, Adam. He practiced for the full 40 minutes. We were out there for the open practice on Thursday. No noticeable limp, no ankle brace. Worked up a good sweat by the end of that thing and was working on his one-on-one moves with Chris Carrawell. So he looks like a full gopher today. Like I said, he didn't show any signs of slowing down, and he went through the full session with them, shooting drills and stretching. So looks like he'll be good to go with no setbacks.
Maybe his ligaments and his tendons are bionic. I don't know. Yeah. That looked like a really, really bad sprain.
Agreed.
But, some people, when you are just 18, and it ain't that long ago he turned 18, maybe you just have super healing powers. Carrawell could defend, too. Back in the day, Chris Carrawell shut down Stevie Francis. But I'm not sure he's got quite the same defensive ability today than he had 20 some odd years ago. Do we have an update on Malik Brown at all?
Yeah, Shire, he did not go through their open practice yesterday. He was not wearing a sling, but he did not go through their open practice yesterday. Shire said they're doing everything they can to work with him, and obviously Malik wants to come back, but I don't foresee him playing this weekend. Honestly, to be frank, I'd be surprised if he plays anytime soon.
Yeah.
After dislocating that shoulder for a second time, it's just the mobility, the pain tolerance. It's not there. So I'd be surprised if we see him anytime soon. And that was kind of the direction Shire was going without actually saying that.
Yeah, I mean, and here's a guy that, if you watched Duke all year long, you realize that he's not just an elite-level defender, but he is a facilitator on the offensive end. They run a lot of their offense when they're not running it through Cooper Flagg, when they're both on the court. They run a lot of stuff through Maliq Brown because he's such a good passer. And for Duke fans or Carolina fans, they saw 2 threes in the regular season finale, and you went, "What? Really? We got to guard that too?" If I had to say, all right, after Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel, who was tremendous in the ACC tournament MOP, who has been Duke's next best, or if you want to fold it into most important player, who is it?
Tyrese Proctor, no question. He has been phenomenal this season. And I think it's because he doesn't have to be the guy. He just has to play his role. And he's played his role excellent throughout the year. He was sensational against Louisville. He loves playing the Cardinals. I think he had his season high against the Cardinals last year, if I'm not mistaken. So his three-point shooting is essential for them. And obviously, most of the time, he's the primary defender on the other team's best scorer. So after those two, Con and Cooper, I would say Tyrese is their most important piece.
He's been amazing. This is the year I thought he was going to have last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, he had some injury issues, I think, last year. But man, he has been dynamite, and he is, as important as anybody defensively for them, as good as he is guarding the ball, and he's got length, and he's just a dynamite player. I don't know what his plans are after this year. I don't know if he's going to go, if he's going to turn pro. I don't know if he's going to come back. I mean, it's fine. If he can do anything he wants, and I'll support it, but he has been an absolute blast to watch. I think he's also got some big game ability in him. He likes the moment. I don't think the lights are too bright. Rod Baxley, Fayetteville Observer, is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. Nothing the Tarheels did surprised you Tuesday night, right?
No, I mean, to be honest, Adam, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. That was a Q2 win for the Heels. San Diego State. And nothing against San Diego State, but I think they would have problems scoring against the team we put together as far as the Raleigh media goes. They're elite defensively, but they can't score. And Carolina did what I was kind of expecting them to do in that game. I mean, they looked great, and they have played a lot better of late. But I've got to see it against a top-tier team. I've got to see it against a quality opponent before I really buy in. All
right. Well, I've bought in, and I actually said, and you may have heard this. I may have said this with you on this program. I thought if they get in, and I'm on record, I don't believe they deserve to bid. But there's a lot of teams. I'm not sure San Diego State deserved a bid. Not based on what I saw, just based on what they did this year. And you could say the same about Xavier, and they beat Texas. So I thought if they could get in, I thought they would go to the Sweet 16. I like their draw. I like them against Ole Miss. Clearly, Vegas does. You made the last team in the field a favorite against the 6th seed. That was a little bit surprising, but maybe not because it is North Carolina, and emotions definitely trigger wagering. But Iowa State's physically compromised. They're missing one of their best players. There's a path for UNC to win 3 games and get to play Michigan State in the Sweet 16.
There absolutely is a path. You really couldn't ask for a better draw, Adam. I mean, like you said, Ole Miss, they're not overwhelming on either side of the ball, but a very good team that is proven from the SEC as far as racking up some big wins. But then you look at Iowa State, they're dealing with a lot of injuries, and that's always tough this time of year. I mean, they got to get past the Lipscomb team that a lot of people are on now because of the turmoil in Ames. But, yeah, it's a gettable path for Carolina. But like I said, I got to see it. I believe they can do it. I mean, they're obviously playing great basketball on both sides of the ball. And like Roy Williams always said, everything looks better when the ball's going in the basket. So we'll see, man.
14 of 24. 14 of 24 from three-point range against San Diego State. Rod Baxley.
That'll win you a lot of games.
It's hard to lose when you shoot 60% from 3. Rod Baxley, Fayetteville Observer, is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. I don't know if you saw it. I played it because I thought it was hysterical. The Field of 68 video with Randolph Childress saying, look, they didn't belong in the field, but they're here, and they do what the ACC does. And he was talking about how great the ACC was when we get to this point in the season. Nobody told Clemson and Louisville that, who each lost yesterday. We all know that the ACC was not good, right? There's maybe
that's no secret.
Maybe Clemson and Louisville, maybe 18-2, isn't as good as it's made to seem because there was so much mediocrity at best from, let's say, 5. And I think Carolina was the 4th best team in the league, but from 5 through 12, 13, 14, and they're at best they were NIT teams.
Yeah, that's fair. You look at Clemson. I mean, Louisville's schedule was beneficial to them. Let's not make jokes about that. But I was expecting more from Clemson. I mean, a lot of people had them as a dark horse Final Four team.
Yeah.
So that was very disappointing to see. But per usual, man, all roads seem to come back to Tobacco Road when it comes to this time of year. No matter how the regular season goes, it always seems to come down to Duke, Carolina, or last year NC State.
That's right. They had to get through Duke in the Elite Eight to get to the Final Four. Before I let Rod Baxley go, thoughts first on the I'm going to say probable hiring of Will Wade at NC State, and then I'll follow that up with another question. But your thoughts on Will Wade?
Yeah, I mean, Will Wade is a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously you have the baggage there from his time at LSU, but that's commonplace now in college sports.
Right.
So he was built for this time in college basketball. So I think if it ends up happening, it is a great hire for the Wolfpack. But as you know, NC State fans are always on edge, so
right.
I wouldn't be surprised to see McNeese State play into next week, given the stakes here.
I mean, they're already preparing the parade route for the press conference.
Yeah.
They're going to have to put that on hold a little bit longer. Could this have been handled better by either State or Wade?
I think so, Adam. But, I mean, you know how it is nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, every little bit of information is so hard to keep quiet with social media, and everybody wants to get a scoop or be first to get news out. So it's not surprising, and it's just the landscape now. I mean, with the transfer portal opening, I think Monday, you got to get out ahead of this stuff and get your program ready for next season.
Hey, Jay Lucas left in the middle of not really the middle, toward the very end of the regular season. I think he was on the bench at the Smith Center for Duke's regular season finale, but then he left. He's not part of this. He won't get it. Will they bring him out of the stands if Duke wins the title? Will they bring him out of the stands to cut the nets down?
Yeah, he'll have the black sweater on like Roy Williams and have a Duke sticker on behind the bench.
Oh, man, I remember those times. Oh, I have a headache just thinking about it. Rod Baxley. All right, Baylor and Mississippi State are going on right now. I am rooting for Jeremy Roach and Baylor just so we get to see Roach play against Duke. Where along the road do you think it becomes hard for the Blue Devils?
I mean, I really love their path, Adam. I think they have the most gettable region of the number one seeds. Obviously, I think everyone around here would love to see them play Arizona because of the Caleb Love connection there. These guys can't stay away from each other. But I would probably say Alabama. I mean, they could score with the best of them. They can't stop anybody, but they can score. So if they can outscore everybody, you got to like their chances. So I think that would be the first resistance for Duke, so to speak, just because of their ability to knock down threes and get to the century mark as far as offense goes.
Yeah, especially since Cooper Flagg apparently is bionic. The indestructible Cooper Flagg. Rod Baxley from the Fayetteville Observer. I appreciate your time, man. Enjoy the ball today. And tell everybody out there we said hi. Not that they care about us. But thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
You got it, man. Anytime. Have fun today.
I got basketball in front of me.
You get to watch all the games.
I'm barely paying attention right now. Thanks, man.
Yep, you got it.